Okay, can you hear me now? I'm back. Are any of you here? I cannot even see how many viewers we have. I'm back. Too loud. Well, Inverse. When it comes to the comparison of your voice and my voice, then that is to be expected. I think. Okay. Sit in front of the fan. He's steaming. Smoking. I hope that has not been ruined. Somebody we all know. There ain't no fan, and the only fan is inside my laptop. It does that when I stream. I don't know why. But is that quite audible? I do not remember it being an issue last time, and I can sure hear it. Plugged up with what? Plugged up with what? To the charger? No? Should I? Should I have it on the charger, or? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, now it's kind of gone. Yeah, it used to also do that when I would run stop motion on it. So, hopefully you're all right about what I should do about that. Anyway, I think we should be getting this about started now. Still wish I could see how many viewers. I'll just have to look on my phone then. Where's my phone? We'll see who's here. You know who the important folks are. But yes, be getting this started officially here. As you might be able to see, that is the wood line, and it's looking a bit different than the last time we've seen it. The green is gone, and the fall colors have came and went. We got the greens and yellows and browns as of now. We had really, really nice fall colors for the past couple of weeks. They came a bit late. Fall colors came a bit late, I must say. Usually by Halloween they're gone, but they were still there around that time. But they're right after Halloween there was a wind, rain, and not snow, just a wind and rain storm, and it blew all the leaves away, and it then got freezing cold all of a sudden, and this is why we're like this. You know, maybe if we did not have those two things, we might have had our fall colors still up for us to see here. Unfortunately not, but I did do a couple of things right out in the fall colors over the past weekend, which I was showing a bit of on the last stream, but this stream I think I will do that, show more of what I did last weekend to get to enjoy the fall colors at their fullest. Well, welcome James Rose. Yes, finally got the show up to time, and I did not know my microphone was not working as I played the intro with the intro music, but you all were not able to hear that, but I will say it's the same. I played the same piece of music that I played last time for the intro, which I did forget to credit, and I would like to give credit where credit is due, which is very, very rightly due to the music I can use, the non-copyrighted music that I can use for my streams. And so the last time I used the same song that I did this time, which was the song Take It With You Where You Go by Mark Gallup and Andy Hollenden, off of the album Lucky Hands and Trying Times. I know I've been forgetting to give credit to a lot of the music I play for the intro, but I really would not like to miss out on it. And this, I must say, very, very good album. One of my favorite collaboration albums I've ever heard of. But I've got to be extremely grateful for it even existing, so I can have good music to play without copyright. Something we can all appreciate. But definitely give these guys a listen, because it's an album that I quite enjoy. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of things planned for this stream right here, but I think we got another better place to start than the subject, which is, of course, my attempt at being a match for Gordon Ramsay with his perfect steak, as he says. So he says, I personally think Gordon Ramsay has a bit of a mouth on him. Or maybe that is obvious to everybody else, but that is what I've always thought. Not ever been a fan of him. Always been a tried and true Alton Brown guy. Tried and true to the ends of the earth. Been the Alton Brown guy. But Gordon Ramsay, I've seen a couple of his highlights, I guess, and if you want to call them lowlights. I've seen a couple of those as well, like his perfect burger tutorial, his what was the one that Steven was playing on stream, when he was cooking in some shack in Europe, and then of course my favorite Gordon Ramsay moment, the infamous pad thai moment, which maybe I'll have to pull up on stream. So I've seen some good and not so good things about him, but hopefully this can be quite redeeming. So, but all we can do is see, and see we will. So I'm going to get that some of the stuff ready for it, and we're gonna go and get to it. Okay, got everything about ready, except where my phone is at, because Coleman H, who we all know, suggested that I do this, so I think he should rightfully be here to see it. Ping Coleman, and after that, no more waiting around. Well, maybe I'll tell some other folks, including Stickspell, of course, one of my top viewers, ironically enough. Alright, there we go. We'll get to it then. Let's see if I can good place to set this up. I feel like that works. Works well enough. I think we want it more here though. There we are. Okay, maybe I'll bring the ring light over just for some extra, because the MacBook cameras, as fine as they are, do not do well in low lighting. And I wish this lighting was a bit better, but you have a whole light strip and ceiling out. Get prepared, and soon if I'm going to be doing more of these streams. These cooking inside streams. If I'm outside, that's only predictable that I have low lighting. Just have the light of the fire inside the grill. There, that working for us? I think it looks good. I don't know if you can hear it, but my stomach is actually growling. I cannot wait. Part of the reason why I needed my phone is that obviously I need just a little bit of a memory refresher for what I need to do. In terms of the recipe. How does this go? Okay. Type in and then Gordon Ramsay steak, the first one that comes up. So, 33 million views. Okay. Alright. First thing off the bat, I know this is not supposed to be a Gordon Ramsay critique video. I'm trying to do what he does here, but he misses out on a quite important step first, which is specifying how hot you need the pan. Now, he could just be thinking that, well, anybody who's going to try to do this should have enough plain old-fashioned know-how of how to cook steak, to do this. But, all he says is hot pan. Now, if he's wanting this to be the most perfect steak out there, I don't think I would be able to get away with just saying hot pan until it starts smoking. Because as I've come to find out, the type of pan, the type of stove you use, always differs. So you're not going to have the same result no matter what. So I'm gonna fire first shots here on that unhelpfulness, because all I can do is just kind of guess what he's wanting me to do. But could result in this not being the most perfect steak. Let's see. Is that the pan I want, or do I want a different one? This would probably be more appropriate. So, I'll get it hot. Hot pan. Why do I keep getting these? Oh, there was one. That Discord notification did not show up. No, that was the strange thing, because I don't have Discord open here, or do I? Anyway, somehow I was not getting any notifications. And it's doing, Discord's doing that same thing that like ghostly discordant ping sound. Just makes you think something's wrong with your speakers. Hope you're making the salmon pizza. Well, maybe that can be the next one, Sick Bill, because I know you and Ace White Man and all of them, they're dying to see that. And you know what? If you are able to get yourselves on over here for the next stream, I will, without any kind of hesitation, we'll whip that up for you. You know, dinner's completely on me. Salmon pizza, however you want it. Alright. So while the pan's heating up to my theorized degree of heat, let's get out this steak. This is petite sirloin steak. Seemed to be enough to like to what Mr. Ramsay used in that video. And I got this from my local butcher. There's only one butcher shop in town, and I do not like to get much meat from anywhere else besides them. You know, butcher shops, it's something that I don't see much of. There's only one in town. I've not noticed any other ones in any other towns that I've been in. But I would like from you all is to go to your local butcher shop, visit it. And this one is like the butcher shop to end all butcher shops. I mean, their selection immense. They've got all the fresh stuff. They got frozen stuff. They've just got everything. They're a mini grocery store almost, and they have expanded from their beginnings. Took out the wall for to the next building, the building next door. So they a lot larger, and they've got anything and everything you need for cooking meats and any other thing you're going to have on the side. Got all the seasonings, they got stocks, they got even cheeses and jams and and really any kind of accompaniment you can think of. Germa is streaming. Can we watch Germa together? I must say, I've never heard of the name quite like Germa. Heard Gemma, but Germa? Let's say no. So what does he do now? Seasons? Sear the steak and not boil it. I mean, boiling it was not one of my main concerns. Wasn't really concerned that I would end up boiling the steak. Having a burner out here actually is kind of a bit convenient for me, so I can do this in frame. This burner here and this burner, you might be able to, that's loud, as you might be able to see, are out of order. Something's wrong with this stove, and we need new burners. And we'll put in very shortly. Hopefully by the next time I stream in here, we're gonna be doing it. Okay. Greetings. About time. We just about started here. Although you missed my critique of Mr. Ramsay not giving a specified degree of heat for the pan. He just says hot pan till it starts smoking. So that's kind of implying guesswork, which would not be my ideal approach to it. But anyway. sitting for just a little bit, getting some of the juices off. There. This pan's already smoking. Well, here, Mr. Ramsay, I apparently ain't got enough know-how for you to just tell me hot pan. Going to have JHNS be your man on daily to replace heating elements. If that'll be getting him over here, go ahead and do that. You know, I will get the heating elements replaced if he's here telling me. Oh, by the way, like to hear his opinion about my cast iron pans. The black gold Texas tea with cookery. Anyway, what do we think of the steak? That fine enough? That enough like what Mr. Ramsay used? It's quite good looking. So, now seasoning. Have salt, kosher, of course. Looks like what he was using, and usually the preferred salt for steak or most of anything. And no, I did not get kosher salt because of Mr. Ramsay. I always have kosher salt on hand because of Mr. Brown. It's something you always have to have if you're one of his followers. How much did that cost you? How much did it cost me? Stay on the package. $8.54. Should have seen that coming. Well, we could always have extra on hand. This is my mother's grinder. I'm sure she would not mind if I used some of it. I actually prefer it over mine that I got when I was, what, 5? One more on there. It was streaming in 480i. 480. For those of you wondering, this is not actually Morton kosher salt. Morton is usually what I have around, but this stuff is Baleen brand kosher salt. Not sure how that ended up in the house. Rather over Morton. But it somehow did. Season the other side too. Well, I wasn't born yesterday, Colin. Oh, I get it. I get it. Y'all need to have our perfection here. Interlaced. Ah, progressive and interlaced. Well, you should know that I'm not those progressives. Ozark. That's just a me thing, you know. I just gotta know me. Old 3GP. I ain't sure what that is, but it sounds quite nostalgic. Distracted. No, I know my way around. I've cooked for many family members have been right over there, yapping. And when you think I'm the yapper, well, you got to be seeing where I got that from. You got to see some of my family members, hear some of my family members, and how they can yap, yak, jabber, blabber. Gift for the gab is what that is called. And so yeah, I've been making stuff here for family members who've been right over there, yapping, japping. I don't know what that is. And of course out on the grill, outside on the deck. So many distractions that I have succeeded through. The yip of yap. You know, I prefer GIF for the gab. Yap is sadly becoming somewhat of a brain rot term, and it is, well, it's getting a bit old. Like you all. In terms of age. What, the Papa John's? Is it the Papa John sticker? Did I dox myself with the Papa John sticker? What? What? How did I dox myself? That's all I can think of is the Papa John sticker with the phone number on it, which does not even seem like you can... You ain't... That ain't legible from here, from there. My dad's business card. You can't see that. Can't read that. Other than that, well, that's a very specific thing to say. You know, it's something I potentially could have done, but I just am out of the know of how you felt, how you thought of that. You need to push in seasoning. You know, here's what I don't particularly favor about this is that sometimes when you do this, you just rub a bunch of seasoning all around that does not get back on there. You know, I feel like if you just push it in like that, it's way better. Does not get salt and pepper everywhere. It's already off my cutting board, and not on the meat. See, Mr. Brown would be more specific in this case. You know, I just realized another thing. Mr. Ramsay just said seasoning. That is all he said in terms of the salt and the pepper. I had to look to see if he even put pepper on it. Mr. Brown would have those little curly font texts in the corner detailing what you do, and he would say it. You know, in case you miss it, he always has those little curly fonts down there. Sir Munster, it's Josh Calderon. Have you been here before, Josh? I ain't sure. I think you might have. But good to see you. Definitely good to see you. Yeah, Inverse, are you becoming this stream's Muffy? Are you gonna be our Muffy here, since we ain't got the real one? Are you gonna be the budget Muffy? Well, good. Good having you. If you are out of the know, I'm trying to match Gordon Ramsay's steak as per suggestion by the viewers here. Okay, yep. Now my pan is smoking. Wash. That's off. Oh, that's something I didn't think about. I'd have to. Well, I don't think it's gonna be that hard to open. You know, the new olive oil that I got earlier today. I had to go to the store today and yesterday for you all. So, but that'll be worth it. But the Gordon Ramsay steak hopefully is not some kind of known sabotage that only I was unsuspecting of, and it ends up being horrible. Which actually it kind of is, because he cooked the steak, his steak, rare. And I'm all for staying true, but no way am I ever going to do anything rare. You know, not a fan of steak tartare or anything like that. Where's my oil? The oil that I just had, I put right here, that I know that I did not move. So you all cannot get on me for losing my own oil, because I did not move it. Never lied in your life? Yeah, not even about the suicide room you didn't. I think that might cause some concern for folks here who do not know what that is. But no, it's all fine. We got it figured out, sorted out. What I ain't got sorted out, my oil. Whoever misplaced it. Now I'm bringing Amber. You know, if I was an Amber, I'd be going in here and just leaving. You know, I would see this raw steak in here and go, "Ew, what the? What is that? What do you think they're doing here? Just had some raw piece of a cow on the cutting board. I'm out of here. You all are just too much for me, bub." I already looked there. Well, I already looked here, didn't I? I put the oil right here. Right here. Well, I've looked seemingly everywhere, and my oil has vanished. turn this thing down. Use your natural body oils, Cookie. I'll just go to the dermatologist. Just go to the dermatologist and then have them put in a vial all the stuff they scrape on. No, that's a Steve-O territory there. Maybe Ross Creations. I don't know if Ross Creations go that far. What are we thinking? Should I join the Johnny Knoxville crew? I can see myself, doing some of their stuff. Just some of it though. It was outside. Okay. Cap and paper stuff that I got to take off. And yes, I did just touch that hot pan. Briefly. But you know, I got to see, you know. Got to see for myself what the temp is. Sit there. Gotta do things. There's another way to test your heat. I cook better than Steven? You really think I cook better than Steven? He went to culinary school, I think. Didn't he? I've not paid that much attention to his cooking streams or the streams in general. Wasn't expecting to hear something like that. Steven can only cook as low viscosity. Yeah, what was up with this pie? I think I heard just a section of that, something about this pie and something was wrong with his pie. Oh, I remember the noodles. Or no, that was Jack who had the prepackaged ramen noodles that he did wrong. Take a shot of olive oil. Steven cooks mush. Shot of olive oil. You say. Not in that much of a position for shot glasses around here, but I feel that ramekins will do. Yeah. Oh dang, was that not in the shot? That's good stuff. I'll say. Better thing to take a shot of than others. I believe the boys never went to cooking school. Yeah. Yeah, there are just some things that that don't show it. Um, they've never actually showed their physical certificates, but not sure if the cooking reflects it that much either. But could be completely wrong. Is there a link to your Discord? Yes, there is. I'll link it right here. I cannot do it on top of the OBS. Jeff Baszler, you don't have Oriole. Yeah, I don't believe that's a bird that we get around here in sticks. We got more of robins and blue jays, finches, house wrens. Look in the Discord. There we go. Cook your meat without grease. Yeah, have not gotten any Grecian training that much, but I think I should turn on the hood vent because, well, other people in the house can get disturbed by it sometimes. Anyway, oil time. I think the smoke now will start to subsist. Okay. Oh, I ain't got the video pulled up. What do I do? Swirl it. Oh, and then right in. Oh, he does it. Oh, did he do it lengthwise or? You can't? Oh, he did do it the other way. Oh, dang it, dang it. Well, I think the smoke is subsiding now. And how long do we need this for? No, I'm not going to listen to Mr. Ramsay for how long we need it for. Because he has this rare. No, we ain't doing that. Where's the butter? Oh, the butter is coming. Butter is coming. I got new butter for you all. And I got slightly relevant butter. Hope you're all going to be pleased. Good grass-fed butter. $5 a stick, babies. Turn that fan back on. Is it? Should I? Do you think this? I'm not bothered by the smoke, but I don't know, maybe other people in the house might be. well done? No, I've not been a well done fan. I've only eaten one burger well done once. And I likely will not. No, I very, very, extremely likely will not again. Are you making fun of me? I'm disabled and handicapped. Okay, well, I believe that. But, no. No, that ain't something we do here. I wouldn't think. But, I haven't seen you around, Jeff Bezos. Are you from the wild phone community? I can't say I recognize you. How does Steven say Sir Munster? Everyone says Sir Munster. I guess all of Sir Munster is getting a bit old now. Dirt Man is the new name. Or Dirt Road Man. Aptly named by Casey Batman himself. But the Sir Munster. No, I think that was something that was invented by NC. I think she might have been the first one to start saying Sir Munster. Sir Munster is an albiest. I don't even know what that means. He didn't do the Steven special and keep his hands dirty. Is that what Steven does? Mom and Dad died when you were 17? Oh. Really? Oh. Well, I don't know how old you are now, Mr. Baszler, but I do hope it gets better. I do hope it's better for you and people, the good folks around them. My favorite first moment of yours when you called in pretending to be I hit the phone. Yeah, that was. Yeah, first was right. That was one of the first call-ins that I did. Yeah, that kind of hit me right off the bat with it. But nobody even knew it was me. We were he does this, turning the fan. Yes, and I know this is quite out of season, but it is the best one that I had. Where's the time? Time is coming. It is. Monster impersonation Collins. I would like to do more of them, but I think my voice might be too recognizable by now. Maybe I should have just never revealed myself. You look like a good brother. I've not heard that one before, but sounds like a good thing. But yeah, I think I might be a good brother if I was one. Flavorless. My goodness, Inverse, did you space out just everything up until this point? Did you miss that I was recreating Gordon Ramsay's steak? I'm watching, not watching just some tutorial, I'm watching Gordon Ramsay do this. Dirtman does not let his meat rest after he beats it. I only beat eggs, man. This meat does not need to be beaten. Christian, that's oh, that kind of brother. Yeah. Well, so am I. But, I would hope I'm good enough. Nickel Pickle. You know, yeah, I was watching one of his. He still uploads to his channel semi-frequently. I'm subscribed to him, so you should go subscribe to him as well. We just need to all go over there and just like flood his comment section. I don't think there's much of a chance of him coming back, but maybe to some other community or his own. Where do I live? I live in the Certified Sticks, Jeff. Grown up there my whole life. What's his channel name? Oh, now I think his channel name as now is I think Nyctophobia. Well, welcome, Robert Hayes. Good, great to finally see you back. Been gone a while. Christians is the style of America. I think for the most part it is. I know definitely some Catholics, if you want to consider that the same. But for the most part it is. The only thing that is going to get flooded is your basement. That happened once, actually twice. Once before I was born, and I saw it the second time. And, the second time was because the washing machine flooded. The first time though was not funny. When I was before I was born, it was my parents woke up from having the flu one time, I think, to a basement pipe bursting. I'd like to meet you. You're a chef too. Well, you know, if this cooking thing for me ever takes off, then maybe we'll cross paths somehow. Maybe we'll be at see each other at some kind of cooking convention sometime in the future. Yeah, I know the pipe burst. That was in the winter, and it burst and flooded and froze. But the second time was like it was kind of it's like injury to insult, you know, because the washing machine, that was just insulting. You know, nowhere near as bad, but man, we had the plumber over. The plumber asked us for a cake pan to catch the water. He asked us to go get him a cake pan, and we got him a glass cake pan. We said, well, we got buckets. You know, this was back when I was like 5 or 6. So we got buckets right there. And we said, no, I need a cake pan. Apparently the cake pan was the perfect size for it. Kept all the drainage. You all have a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend too, Mr. Basler. Pair of flood pants. Like, you always need a pair of flood pants. You know, waterproof overalls. Always. You never know when you're going to need them. I think Hook's Logan. He knows the importance of overalls. I should think. You being a Christian is like American culture? Really? Huh. Not sure exactly what you mean by that, but I mean, it got taken on in American culture, but I think sadly a lot of Americans conflate it with American culture. You know, a guy by the name of Cliff. What was his name? Cliff. Something with a case. It's Cliff. Kent something. He was saying, you know, sadly, most Protestants I know, they believe in the good old boys religion. You know, they believe, blue collar, American flag, mom's apple pie, and then Jesus. That, you know, Jesus was not wrapped in the American flag. And, it's a bit of a shame that does need to be said sometimes. Sure you liked his stream. Oh yes. Of course, that's all we need to do. Natural gas leak, he gaslights people because he's an oxygen-deprived environment. He did not account for the OxyClean, Mr. Ozark. Inverse no. Inverse chill. See, you're becoming our Muffy now. You're becoming our Monty. Right here. Get garlic started here. You're just saying stuff. What you're doing. I don't recall. I think he used, what, 2 cloves? Should be good. He did not even peel them. Ain't sure how that's going to be, but cooking stream. Of course, yep. Recreating Gordon Ramsay's perfect steak. See if we're any kind of match for him. Wow, using that insult is serious. Saner Mentrioso. Right. Well, I mean, it's not like it ain't something he's doing to his own self. You know. Reap what you sow. And if you're reaping Monties, or if you're sowing Monties, well then that's on you, I have to say. But you need CO2 scrubbers if you're going to use OxyClean. I haven't really taken that into account. Starting the banning war on Ralphone. You started the banning war? Did you? I did not remember that. Especially the tradition meal in America is big portions of mac and cheese, green beans, lots of fried chicken, big glass of milk provided from God. Well, that is true. But any food from anywhere, that's all God provides for us everywhere. 2022 was the first one that paid to have Jade Genius be banned. Okay, that is some lore I missed out on. Huh. about that. Thought it was shams? It was not Josh. It was shams. The banning war was not started by Josh or me. It was shams. So we need a bit more oil here. Okay, garlic. How many sprays of thyme did you put in there too? Yeah, at least kind of on the smaller side. So. Yeah, that seems like a good, but you know. Oh. Thyme. Do that right. It's gonna hit the oxygen so hard, some luggage. Luggage. I think I know what that. I somehow find that funny. Maybe I'm tricking myself into knowing what that is. Spray the meat with OxyClean. Have you seen that guy who live streamed himself going, I'm gonna make some chicken. First, we gotta wash the meat. So what he said, we gotta wash the meat. And he starts washing his chicken with like Dawn dish detergent. And he then looks at the chat and says, after he's done all of it, says, there I washed it. I don't want to hear nobody said I didn't wash the dirty meat. Hey. Oh. Guess I forgot the butter. Butter. And then he looks at the chat and says, he sees some of these comments going, who told you to wash the meat with dish detergent? Somebody said wash the meat. My friend girl Bubba told me that not with soap. Not with soap. Not with soap. Oh. Have you all seen that? That looking good so far? Oh, I can barely see it. There we go. Oh.
only bird you're supposed to watch at dawn is ducks and
Yeah. Has somebody ever seen the duck on the Dawn detergent bottle and thought that that'd be good to wash the birds in? Is what you wash your ducks in? I could see that. I think I could see that. Like somebody in this town might think that.
the dirt man
Get a haircut. I've had a haircut for the past couple of streams. So, I don't know. Well, it's you remembering this. So, maybe you weren't here. I thought you were here then. So,
notice the fresh Inverse notice the fresh
lineup of the lining up of the stake perpendicularity in the pan.
that mullet coming in.
I considered the mullet for just a little bit before I noticed it was becoming a brain rot, like F-boy kind of thing. And once I saw that, I went, nope, not doing that. But no, first of all, I was going to start out with a Hawkeye mullet. And then it was slowly going to start to transition into a Marcy Brothers type of deal.
Mitt has seen some.
Of course, we pick up the heat around here. Testing. Oh, you lie. You know you ain't got to test me. You know, no testing necessary here. Then you bring up, just as I was mentioning Gen Z brain rot, you got to bring up that word. I must say, Hook, if you're ever going to be a wingman for anybody, especially me, you're going to have to need to work on. That is going to need some work. Let him cook. Yeah, this is not too much of a distraction. You know, I think I'm holding it in the right place on the hottest area of the pan, so it should be fine. Oh, that looks good. No, Hook. It seems like I have to teach you. No, I think what I have to teach you is what not to use. You're fine. You're all fine except for that one word. It needs to go. Needs to be erased. Hand in the oil. I put my hand on the bottom of the hot pan earlier, but do I? No. Hot pan surfaces are one thing. Oil ain't nothing to be joked about. Okay, looking good on that side. I'm not trying to smash this, I'm just trying to get the middle to get enough surface area.
cringe when you hear them in person? Yes, so hypocrisy is the last thing I'd like to see in a wingman. I put that in the quotes channel. Put that in the quotes channel right now if you want. Have a list of words you don't like? I do. I've had a list of banned words since I was like 7 or so. Oh yeah, I have. You might think that you just thought of that, but no, that's something that's been going on for a long time. You don't know the significance of my words list. Have you considered making homemade wedges? Wedges of what? No, I make sweet potato wedges. You're talking about steak wedges or? Wait. Feel right saying it out loud. Don't say it in person. Why at all? You know, I will. If you all make a song featuring every word that is on my band list, I'll give that a pass. I will. Like the cuss word song or the things like that. If you make something like that, I will give you that list. Wedges are, oh yeah, sweet potato wedges are nicer than fries. I must say, them are fighting words right there, Robert. Especially with all the fry discussion that's gone on the Waffle Phone streams. Yep. But I must say, I'm quite a fan of wedges. I don't know if I'd say they're better than fries, but this is about done. Having a lovely sauce. Oh, of course. Yeah. You mean with the wedges, or the fries, or the steak? 'Cause, well, either of those things, nice sauce pairs quite well with. Sauce would be good for this steak, but I'm doing it true to the Ramsay purism. I'll just eat the steak on its own, no sides. Well, like Steven said in the waffle making contest, rule number 1: those sides are fixins'. Can't have a couple of sausages on the side. Can't have any eggs on the fried eggs, scrambled eggs. Just one tried and true waffle. Alrighty. Yeah, no, this is This is a matchup. This is a recreation, not a flex, because I ain't that audacious. I ain't that dumb to go out and immediately attempt to flex on Mr. Ramsay. Herb's way. How did Mr. Ramsay prepare this? Opposite of George Carlin's list? No, not really the opposite, just the different direction. Very, very different direction. Some mashed potatoes. Oh yeah, I know a lot of things. Mashed sweet potatoes. With chipotle chilies in them. That is it. Goes well with. Well, I can't name many things that it does not go well with, but this, some onion rings. What I like. Alright, so these slices is. I usually eat mine just as is, but it's slicing, so let's see. As you can see, the most major change from his is that I did not, repeat, not do it rare. Never, ever will. That's good enough. Happens if you tie that shoelace tighter. Well, that means I'm gonna have to report a fire. If I pass out on here and this just gets left on, I would at least expect you all to make a call. So sweet potatoes are unique sides to eat now. Those oh, of course. Yeah, especially Alton Brown's mashed sweet potato recipe. Just go and do that. Just do that. Thanksgiving is coming up. Just look that up. Follow that, and you'll be golden. I made those for Thanksgiving 2 years ago. And they were the most complimented dish out of everything there. Out of everything, I did not even think it was the best out of everything, but feedback I got, so I didn't realize. R.I.P. the juices from this. Like, yeah, this for some reason his let out, or he cooked his rare, but mine is just the juices just spilled. Still right out. If I could find a quick-witted use of them or something afterwards. That'd be good. The name Trollinator died. Oh no, we're not supposed to say that. You said the T word. You said the teenager word. Oh, we're gonna get our webcam shut down. Oh, we already had the audio messed up earlier. Now you're gonna have the webcam. Don't take away the webcam, dude. What's the red dot blinking? That is the worst. One of the worst things that have ever been brought into this house. I didn't even wanted to show it to you all. I'm ashamed to even say that I exist near that. It's a water dispenser. They can get you cold water and hot water. You have to pour water in for it to dispense. And as you might have noticed there, we have a perfectly fine water filtration system on our freezer there. And right here, 2 100% perfectly fine coffee machines, and this thing. None of these were my choice for buying. I thought this and this was enough. But this, and that. Not in my house. If this was my house. Thanksgiving we don't. I wasn't exactly referring to you, but you know, you can just have even more of a reason to make that anytime then, you know. No time is a bad time for sweet potatoes, I must say. I found out. You get a food processor and make some French style potato puree. Huh. Do you do that in a food processor? Maybe. I've not made potato puree before. But, you know, tell me how that ends up going for you if you do that. It's a thing to celebrate the family together, have a big meal for them, especially uncles and aunts and kids, grandparents coming by. That's why Thanksgiving would have. Yeah. So that must get really annoying. What, you mean the light? The light ain't bothering me. It bothers me that we have so many of these things that we don't need. And that we've gone how many years now with just these, and we only now figure, oh, that ain't good enough. We need to get some upgrading going on here. No, not me. Not me. I ain't no consumer's son. I ain't no consumerism son. That was take on the Creedence Clearwater Revival lyrics. Extra hydrated, which we were able to get enough of from that, and the rain barrel that we have not used in quite a long time. We need to set that back up. Oh yeah, it is. I must say, it's most definitely what I have in verse. Why am I telling you that? Why am I telling you that? Like it's gonna do me any good? Okay, well, set this. I need to get myself some water, first and foremost, because if you all know me, I cannot do anything without any kind of water. With, whatever I'm doing. I drink a lot of water. So we need the appropriate containers, as always. See, when we have the privilege and the opportunity to have this, a freezer filtration system, but we think, yeah, no, what? This is just nothing. Anybody can get their hands on something like this. No, this is the poor thing over here. Need to know the importance of the true value. What do you got? Or is that maybe because we ain't got enough true value hardware around here? You know, we ain't needing true value hardware. What we need is some of that. It was paying out copper cab. I wonder what's going on with copper cab, said I would say nobody nobody except nobody except Jotistic and or Benicio. I'm gonna be right there. I'm just putting up like myself chair spot here at the table. Okay. I'd like to give it a shot. Need to get our light. Every house is a pineapple that just never gets eaten. For the most part, not in this house. For the most part, there's something that is not concerned with this house. That and the pumpkins we got. Which, making it a point to get to those quick. It's healthier to drink mountain water. Well, ain't a jolly fact that we ain't on the freaking mountain right now. We're at the foothills. We are at the foothills, but we're up at the ridge here. Sometimes we get enough rainwater to fill up the stream down there. Sometimes. But just gotta accept where you're at. Alrighty, let's test this out. I've not had water quite a while, but we need to. Alright, let's test this thing.
Oh, now that. Now that is some good steak. You know what? All I changed was the doneness. This might. I hold on. I honestly do have to say, this very well might be the best steak I've ever had. I'm telling you, this, I think, very well might be. I think it's the butter, grass-fed butter, by the way, butter, the garlic, the thyme. That did it. Like, this thing is just rich, with penetrated flavor. Like, this is it. It's even better than the ribeye steaks I've had. All the ribeye steaks I've had, this is better. Who would have thought that? I certainly did not. If only we had Mr. Ramsay's here to taste. This is better. This is better, I think, than the steak that I had when I was in LA at that it was a quite very fancy hotel that was in Beverly Hills that served things like artisan mushrooms. That's not I don't think that's a term. You know, these specialty wild mushrooms for breakfast. You know, for breakfast they serve these specialty wild mushrooms. They serve like smoked salmon and steak and eggs. I got the steak and eggs. Very good. Very good. This is better than that. This is better than the fancy hotel breakfast steak that I've had in Beverly Hills. I tell you, it's even better than the stuff in Beverly Hills, and I didn't think it could even get better than the stuff in Beverly Hills, but just come to Trump Tower, and you'll experience what we have there. Mr. Ramsay does not even have any kind of a chance. But he's not going to feed. You know that I've been saying in verse. Come on over, man. You are invited, and you've been invited for how many months has it been now? Save you a piece again, Coleman. Come on over, man. Stickspell. Not gonna lie, that actually looks good. You too, Stickspell. Come on over. And I know how to do this, so doing it times 3 next time. Yeah, I'm not trying to give myself credit for this, but I followed Mr. Ramsay's recipe to a T, except for the doneness. So maybe he is maybe this is his high point. Maybe Um, Maybe it does deserve the title of perfect steak. Going out to the sticks? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, you're all involved. Well, you're all are welcome to hike on over here. Some garlic and thyme. Huh. Why don't I have a knife? I'm all for big pieces, but that's too big. Alright. Nobody hid the oil, but almost seems like somebody hid the steak knives. Brazil's the leaves. That's not the sticks. Brazil's the leaves. Hook, if you're watching, you'll know what this means. Or the Mr. Bean. That success. I have to say, that's what this is. You know, it's you can even still taste the butter, grass-fed butter. You can taste the plant tree in it. Still has the butter taste, butter flavor, all around. The butter did not get scorched out, did not get cooked over. It's just still there. Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how I was able. I mean, I did not doubt the flavor on Mr. Ramsay's, but um, I did not think there was the best chance in the world of me getting the best flavor out of this. But again, I think it is the best flavor I've ever had on a steak. It almost has that flavor that just pops that you can almost get in really, really nicely cooked salmon, if you know what I mean. Um, I think that it's just the butter penetrating the meat, but completely different kind of meat with salmon. So what the similarity is, not exactly sure, but even better than the stuff, like I said, in the fancy hotel in Beverly. You also tell me where and how was the best steak y'all ever had? Was it made for you? Did you make it? Could you see who was making it? Your dad would make a good steak with Dale's marinade. I've not used Dale's marinade before. What else would you do to it? Dale's marinade. Did you just pour that on afterwards, or would he actually marinate it in it? Everybody here was saying that no sauce, no sides, nothing. Dude, this. Come on over and try it, cause this is good enough on its own. I'm I'm not effing around there. This is good enough on its own. I'm really surprised at how well the flavor is able to pop. Texas Roadhouse has a good filet mignon. Well, that's filet mignon. You can get filet mignon at Texas Roadhouse? Dang. Marinate for most of the day? Okay. So you use marinade the right way. I hear of so many folks just using marinade as a sauce. You notice that it says marinade rather than sauce? It says marinade for a reason. Oh, that takes time. But just do it. It doesn't take time while doing it. Just do it. Do it before you intend to eat it. Cook it. But Texas Roadhouse, Dallas filet there. What kind of BS is that? I have not gotten the hype for Texas Roadhouse that much. Because I was at the what was that? When I was driving back from North Carolina earlier this year. I stopped in, I don't know, I think it was Kentucky, closer to Tennessee. Stopped to get a beverage, and then across the street was a Texas Roadhouse, and man, was that place one of the most packed restaurants I'd ever seen. Like Golden Corral style packed. And I just thought, huh? This is Kentucky, and you're at Texas Roadhouse, like close to Tennessee, Kentucky, and you all are going to Texas Roadhouse. The restaurant sucks, but it was good steak. I guess I could see that. Some have just things better than most of what they got. So loud in there, there's peanut shells on the floor. Sounds like my room. Yeah, I've not gotten it. Yeah, I mean, I do get how I could see that large numbers of people would go there, but to just pack and pile yourselves there, and a bit surprised to see that. Around here, I ain't sure we even got a Texas Roadhouse out here. We may have one on like the west side of town, which I live in the opposite direction of. But we have Longhorns. We have Longhorn here, which I'm not really know what the consensus between Texas and Longhorn is. People prefer one if one is goated, as they'll say now. Yeah, that's what I've grown up seeing. The Longhorns. Texas came newer to me. Longhorns way better. That's almost what I would think. You know, more expensive. Yeah, you don't see. I've seen more and more of a decrease in people going there as of recent. It used to be a whole lot more people would go there, but I don't know what happened. That's odd because that is the only steakhouse on that side of town. I think. I mean, you got Applebee's that was close to it, but absolutely no comparison there. Yeah, I say, I have never even seen a Ponderosa. I've never even seen a Ponderosa steakhouse in my life. There's advertisements that I've seen for it. Like on the way to Kentucky from here, but I've never once in my life seen an actual Ponderosa. Apparently it's good. Apparently. But I kind of smell a hype up there. Well, welcome back to Discord, Stickspell. No, I'm not gonna have you all trick me into reading the chat from Discord again. Not happening. But I have to say the second best steak I've ever had, besides this one, was one that I had actually reheated. I had a reheated steak that I was visiting my grandparents, and we had one left. Yeah, well, two leftover steaks, I think, because somehow, and I did not think this was possible, I was able to out eat my grandpa with steaks. I did not think that was possible. My grandpa's the biggest eater I've ever known, and I was able to best him on steak eating. Did not expect that at all. But we had those ones left over. Ribeye steaks, and had those reheated with poached eggs and Dave's Killer Bread, which became what might be my favorite breakfast to have. Again, that is ribeye steak with poached eggs over Dave's Killer Bread. Now that is it there. I tell you, simple, very simple, but it's just that, it's that just right there, culmination. Had that for breakfast, and I wouldn't mind having that for breakfast every day. Something you might not quite expect, but something about those, that seems like a planned match. Gotta be Dave's Killer Bread. Cannot go with anything different. I think it's the whole grain version. I hadn't heard of it. I had seen and heard of it before in the stores, but my grandpa was good to me. Fully introduced to it. And I think that's about the only bread that he eats. I think he was introduced to it semi-recently. I can see why. Those poached eggs, that steak over it, that's just it. Place up here, they're called Santa Fe. Is that a local place? I, for one, have not heard of it. What do they do that is? What do they do specifically? Or is it just good? McMinnville, Tennessee, is that a real place? Ha! That is a real place. Looks nice. Quite nice. Love Tennessee. But yeah, a bit off. Off. Chain mostly in the South. Steakhouse and Tex-Mex. That then. Northern Alabama. Still think you're an Indiana boy? I don't know why what gets you to thinking that, but you just have to come on over and see for yourself. I mean, if your guess is correct, then it is. You know? I wasn't meant to reveal location, but if your guess is correct, then the place you come to would be it. You just have to see for yourself. Or maybe you'd end up at Pace's house. Or no, you just end up at Lost in the Forest. No, you'd end up at Jack and Steven's house. You end up in the wood line. Which I don't think this wood line extends far enough to be part of that. I think this one is a bit more older growth. Definitely not truly old growth, but older growth. Well, I must say, some good stuff. Mothy camping out in those wood lines. Well, that would be my preference as to what I'd run into camping out in the wood lines. You know, after that incident in '72, Mothy is just he's nothing. he'll just he'll help you find the way. But this was the good stuff. So I got Coleman here to thank for recommending that I do this because at first I thought that it was just a steak is a steak, but this ended up being the best steak I've ever had. So kudos to you, Coleman, for having me do this because this definitely paid off. I did not think that I would ever end up doing Ramsay recipes regularly, but this is definitely something that I'm going to be doing again next time I do steak, probably. Yeah, paid off, and I'll maybe have to begin to check out some more Ramsay because he does have some high points out of all that I've seen. Dave England has that pig tattooed on his arm. Really? Hold on. Oh, you'll find a picture. Happened in 72, stays in 72. There. I did not even have that in mind at first. I was thinking of an incident that actually was going happening here in this town, not on this side of town, not in these sticks, but this was several years ago, where there were some reports at a park on the other side of town, park that was boarded up against some woods, that there was some activity that would go on, some certain meetups consisting of all guys out in the woods bordering this park that had to have some action taken against it. So I'd still find it a bit hard to believe that actually happened, but at the same time, I feel like I should not be surprised at all, considering, I mean, this town would be the town for it. As in terms of the in-town area. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that does look quite like it. Ah, lighting's off, but yeah, that is about it. Let's say a quite random, unexpected tattoo. I mean, round black pig with red eyes. I mean, go for it.
Better than a lot of tattoo choices that I've come across. It was to there you go. There you go. That, like I just said, better than a whole lot of ideas. Like getting a tattoo of your girlfriend. And you know, I must say, I'm not going to spare you any kind of sympathy or anything. If you get a tattoo of your significant other before you are married, that is just plainly, blatantly idiotic. That is nothing else, I must say. I could not ever imagine doing that. The amount of well-known people who have done that says too much. Well, yeah, just go with pigs. You know, pig tattoos. Just go with that. To be completely safe. Just go with that. Because sometimes your girlfriend might end up being a fat old pig in the end. Give him some more water. That took the water out of me. I don't think I do have to preface at all that I did not just do the Steven version of, or Jack version of, getting some water, or going to the bathroom. You know. But that's something I don't need, you don't need any clarification for at all, I don't think. You should know I ain't doing stuff. But this would have been what I would have been doing if I was gonna do sides with it. I am quite the fan of kale. But I must say I think I prefer Swiss chard. I don't know if you all have a preference between kale and Swiss chard, spinach, but Swiss chard takes it for me. Most of the time. Anyway, I earlier as I was looking for the
oil. Spotted some stuff up in my cabinet that I had kind of forgotten about just a little bit. But there's some dessert items that I had gotten a while ago, so perhaps might be time to bust some of those out. So these are some things that I hold on. Ha. I found at the World Foods Market, which I've just gone to recently, which is the store where you can get just about anything. It ain't one of those World Foods or international markets that are just usually, just all Asian, consisting of all Asian products. They got stuff from all over, really all over, and you always end up picking up something there that you haven't seen before. So that was in the form of these two things. We have Bon Maman tartlets, lemon tartlets. I got these because I went looking for quite the nostalgia piece of desserts for me, which is something that I had not had since I was about 5 years old. Or no, how old was I? Yeah, 5, 6, something like that. Which were Pim's cookies. Do you all know about those? Pim's are the brand, but there are these little thin cookies that have a thin coating of chocolate on the top and a fruit filling. Usually, I think it had just been raspberry and orange were the different fruit filling flavors in there. But those were just the bomb. Those were one of my favorite desserts to have, and I had not had them again since I was about 5 or 6. So I went looking for them there because that's where we had gotten them previously, and they were not there. Quite sadly enough. I don't know where else to look for them, but I did find these, which are not those, but they are fruit-filled cookie type things. So that and this, which are Topkus Mini Choco Kisses. Yeah, so they're Topkus Mini Teats, Mini Choco Teats. So I got here a box of chocolate teats. As you can see, they range in shade, but here they are, Choco Teats, nonetheless. Can't take that away from it at all. But so I'm gonna try out some of these, but I cannot do that after I've just eaten the steak. That flavor was too intensified for me to go right into these things. So I'll have to find something to bridge that. I think strawberries will do the trick. Ain't no bad time for strawberries, I don't think. The smallest strawberries I've ever seen. Ah, that should do it. That should get us ready for these. Individually wrapped. Oh, now that is nice. They actually do remind me of those Pim cookies a little bit. Has that has that lemon vanilla shortbread flavor. Comes right through. Yeah, I like that. I do. Now not too heavy, not filling, just light enough. I definitely do like. I do like something that has that lightness, airiness to it. This is becoming a food critique channel now. May just be maybe the new beginning of that. So After that, now we have the mini Choco Teats. So, excited about that. No, we got the white version of that. Is appears to be a thin chocolate, white chocolate, in this case coating over a marshmallow and a wafer type waffle wafer at the bottom. Alrighty then. Now, I've had true white chocolate for such a long time. And it is only slightly appreciated. So as we all know, not chocolate. Not actually chocolate. It's almost like calling white chocolate is like calling sweet potatoes potatoes. Just not the same. You can mimic however you want. One of these things ain't like the other. Quite nice. But I feel like I need to try one of the true ones. Yeah, we got one of the darkest one here. The darkest teat we could find. Let's see. That is real chocolate. I forgot that. I only eat real chocolate attitude here. Oddly enough, feels so wrong to say. Oh, I think the white one was better. I actually do. Okay. Huh. Well, that is that, but the white one was better. However that's supposed to work, maybe it ain't. I'm just defective. Whitewashed. But I will say, these miles better than these. I will take citrus and light shortbread any day over chocolate and marshmallows. And wafers. All in one. This is what I need. Oh yeah. But did it top Pim's? Did these top Pim's? Pim cookies? No, they did not. Pim's, I just have to say, will always be the superior. But these, nothing wrong with these at all. And if any of you know what stores carry Pim cookies, let me know because I might be one of the first to rush on over for those. First in line for those. But who knows? Maybe this might become a new segment. The Dirt Man's Desserts reviews, critiques. Obviously, let me know if you're wanting any of that, more of that. Just notice I got 3 boxes of tapioca granules in the cabinet up there. What in the world is a guy doing out here with 3 boxes of tapioca granules? Please provide suggestions for what I can do in a situation like that. When you find that you have 3 boxes of tapioca granules. Would like to know. Well, I think we're approaching, encroaching on ending time here. But there is a segment that I had sort of forgotten about that I mentioned on like 2 streams ago, I think. Yeah, that I should be getting right to for this stream. And that segment is my movie review segment. So I was mentioning 2 streams ago, and I've seen some movies since then. But that's the best angle. There we go. Is this the traditional professional movie critic space? I think it could be. But anyway, was it last week? I think it was last week. I saw the movie The Signal. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. I've seen that. I think I may have heard of it before then. But it's from 2014. It's one of those weird, out of the way, not that high budget sci-fi kind of movie. But from 2014, like I said, and again, I'd not been hearing much about it, or really anything about it at all, till I saw it. Did not know what to expect at all, and going into it. But yeah, sci-fi. I really wanted to spoil anything because, well, there's a lot there to be spoiled. And I like going into movies nowadays without even seeing the trailer. I like knowing just about nothing about it at all, and just going in completely fresh without any of it. And so I think this movie was worth that approach to it. Worth seeing? Well, another story. Because I did not like it. I did not like it that much. It was not the best story. Let's say. Sysak says you are. He says he is the devil. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can get an Uber or a taxi home rather than driving yourself tonight. Um, Odd night to be out at the bar. Anyway, I was going to say that story-wise, not not very good. Going off topic, but Sysak, do you still have Sysak, do you still have your ghost costume on? I think that's my. I think that is what we're dealing with here. But yeah, story-wise, not very good. What they did with it is they um, took so many different ideas, thematic ideas, and those ideas they were not able to mix well. They did not mix well. There was so many times where we were thinking the movie was going to be one thing, but then it subverted your expectations to another thing. And I didn't think it was supposed to be like that. There was a whole bunch of twists, twist after twist after twist. And twists are, usually exciting. They are all the twists I've seen are usually good twists. But the I have to say that the first, maybe second twist, those hit. I think that those created a bit of excitement. But after the third and the fourth and however many went after that, it started to stop hitting. Each twist, hit less. And it just became. I just was sitting there, going, "What is this movie?" Like, it was confusing, and not in a good way. It just was a bit baffling. Did not know what to make of it that much. After a while, and then at the end, everything is revealed, and then you just kind of going, "Well, okay, well, why not? Why not? Of course, this is now happening." Too many twists, too many different thematic ideas that they were not able to blend together correctly, and they did not even do it. They did not even do it right. I don't want to spoil too much. I don't really want to spoil anything, but the approach that they took to it was almost as if they just cancel out all rules for themselves. Rules of story writing, rules of their world that they've built. They kind of set it up like they could have no rules at all for this for anything that they decided to write. And that really was my problem, because it started to get to the point where nothing was making sense at all. And again, that was slightly the point, when that was happening, but it just did not work. Was not exciting, was not suspenseful. Again, at first was, but then they started doing that again and again, too many different twists. They subverted so many expectations that it became boring. I thought became confusing, and it was just not a good movie to watch. Not a fun viewing experience. And movies have to be that. They have to be that for me. They they just need to be enjoyable, I think. And that one was not at all. And it's really, what I can expect from a movie that was How long even was that? I do not even know because it was so uninteresting. Let's see. The Signal. The Signal, event space and concert hall in downtown Chattanooga. I wonder if Cure Blood Rose has been there. There it is. I will say it has Lawrence Fishburne in it, just to kind of be Lawrence Fishburne. And you know, he was Lawrence Fishburne, and the rest was just so. You know, I think we can name a whole lot of scenarios where an actor, a well-known, respected actor, a good actor themselves, and the rest is just par. Why does that always happen? Why does that keep happening? Well, because perhaps they know that their plot is not that good, and they need someone to be the face of it. Okay. 97 minutes. Yeah, my point is that it is what you can expect. 97-minute long sci-fi movie from 2014. Not that good. Not that good. You know, and a lot of sci-fi movies from the old days, you know, the from the first sci-fi movies, you know, I would say into the 80s. You know, the classic ones that have dumb plots. They have a bit of corniness. They don't make sense, but they're likable. They are, they're kind of a gype. You know, good idea, poor execution, but all those different ideas that just did not work with each other. I cannot. But yeah, starring Lawrence Fishburne, Brenton Thwaites. Ever heard of Brenton Thwaites? Olivia Cook. May have heard her name before. Bo Knapp. I've heard of him from something. Where do I know Bo Knapp from? Where do I know him from? Where do I know this guy from? SEAL Team, 7 Seconds, Crypto. Oh, he's all in the same types of movies. Oh no. Sandcastle. The Lost Symbol. Oh man. I want to feel bad for this guy, but at the same time, I don't. Long Gone Heroes. Those titles would have been such good movies back in the 60s and 70s. Mosquito State. No One Lives. Semper Fi. The Bike Riders. Juveniles. Death Wish. Black and Blue. The Gift. Southpaw. Did that movie even go anywhere? I remember seeing the trailers for it. There was a radio interview with Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, about it. But then other than that, did it go anywhere else? Vandal. Dirty Lies. The Good Lord Bird. Okay. Finest Hours. Destroyer. Run All Night. The Guilty. Edge. Super 8. Shots Fired. Man. Wrecked. The Hitchhiker. What in the world? This seems scripted. I have not seen any of those, so I guess that one movie was the only one I had heard of him from, but dang, same guy in all those types of movies. Why? Maybe he's not that good of an actor. My best guess. I wonder how many main roles he's gotten. Who knows? Anyway, something I did also that brought the movie down quite a bit was, of course, an unnecessary butt shot. I think you all know what I'm talking about. The unnecessary butt shots. Unnecessary shot of the female character um, when the other characters are doing something during the night. And the female character wakes up and has some dialogue with them, and ends with the most unnecessary shot of a butt in underwear. I don't know when that became the status quo, but I became untrained enough to be unaware of it, and then when it came on, I thought I was surprised by it for a second. I thought, oh, that of course it is, of course, it does happen. I wonder what the real difference is between the writers and directors who direct those scenes versus the ones who don't. Is there a line between them? The unnecessary butt shots versus the anti-butt shots? Maybe. But if you all would like to help fill me in on that, we'd all appreciate it. Where's Hook's Logan when we need him? He would seem like he'd be able to provide the right feedback on that. Anyway, yeah, The Signal. Watch it if you want. I didn't think it was worth it. Not worth my time. Not well done. Not well made. Yeah, it's kind of a waste of my time. So maybe me talking about it here will help you not waste your time watching it if you don't want it. But you can. Definitely can. Yeah, that is my movie review for now. Again, yeah, there's another movie I saw that I figured I should talk about. I don't remember the title of it. I do not remember the title of this movie. I have to look up what I'm thinking the title might be. Okay, there it is. Office Space. Yeah, I saw the movie Office Space, and that one, I must say, was much better of a viewing experience than The Signal. I must say. Yeah, trip back to good old 1999, and did not expect that I would ever be saying that phrase on here. Good old 1999, before I was born. But this is what we've been coming to, I guess, cinematically. But yeah, Office Space. I think it is a pretty well-known one. But just to give my rundown of it. Quite simple movie, which I like. Simple plot. Just really simple everything about it. Yeah, some comedic elements, and I think those all work. But yeah, it was not dumb. It was not a dumb movie. Quite simple, slightly witty, but not dumb. Not dumb. It was quite a relief, actually, from The Signal. Not that dumb. It's a plot that worked. It was steady, and it just happened. You know, nothing really went wrong about it. Acting was fine. Directing was fine. And the funny bits were funny, I have to say. But what else can I say about it? Stars. Now we need Justin Platt or somebody here. Stars Mike Judge, Ron Livingston, Carrie, Gary Cole, Stephen Root, Jennifer Aniston, David Herman, Ajay Naidu. Standard 1999 cast. Made for a fine enough movie. But and that really was all it is. It was just kind of fun enough. For the most part, the plot just kind of happens. There's no big arc or anything. Not a very exciting plot, I must say. Quite simple. I like that. Does not have to be exciting. But in terms of this instance, it was not that interesting. You know, things just kind of happened, and I feel like I should criticize that more or critique that more. Not criticize, critique. I feel like I should critique that more, but then again, it feels like a welcome relief. You know, a big relief from all of the stupidity and bad writing that we've gotten so far. So actually, I was planning on critiquing that more, but you know, kind of uninteresting plot that just kind of happens simply. That wasn't trying to be anything bigger, wasn't trying to be anything more. That is fine enough. Give me that all day. You know, take that any day over bad writing, dumb writing, rushed writing, all of that. So you know, yeah, that was going to be my main gripe about it. But actually, what my main gripe about it is the parts that they tried to take seriously. Again, hopefully not to be spoiling anything, but there's a relationship aspect of it that they took a bit too seriously, and of course, yeah, relationships are serious, but it kind of dragged everything else down just a little bit and became kind of, you know, rehearsed and seemed like any other late 90s movie in terms of the relationship arc. So that it became predictable, very predictable in that sense, and just kind of so. But that is my main gripe about it. Everything else, it was just okay, kind of middle of the road, but not something that I'd be watching too many other times. But you know, it was a lot better. It could have been way worse, and it was. I felt relieved watching that kind of movie after the Signal and well many others. But yeah, I did kind of like it. I did. Should you watch it? Well, whatever. You're not the most important, but I will say the funny bits were funny. So that is that. So yeah, that is it for my movie review section, my movie review series here. But I don't usually watch a whole lot of movies at all, but I've watched two in the past couple of weeks. So I think that is definitely a sign for more on the way. If I was managing that, yeah. There was a period of time where I've been, you know, kind of on break, not very intentionally, but on break from watching movies for quite a while, and I've focused a lot of that time to shows, but I've not even shows I've not watched in quite a while. Not really intentionally. It just is how things have been coming to happen. But if I watch a show and finish it, I'll be definitely reviewing that if I can. But I'll be right back. I have another thing I'd like to talk about. Okay. Oh, there's one I forgot actually. Be right back. Alright, now, here we go. Couch stream, of course, been a couch stream for a while. I'll hook you right here just in time because I was just doing my movie reviews. I asked for your opinion on a scene in a movie. I thought you might have a more educated opinion on. Anyway, I'll just say it was an unnecessary butt shot. Female butt shot, of course, in the movie The Signal. But we ain't gonna be staying on that for too long. Out of water. Have to get the hydration from my berries. That's what I thought you'd say. As I thought. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that, you're here just in time for my next segment here, which in addition to the movie reviews, I decided an idea that came to me is to do album reviews. I've been listening to quite a lot of full albums recently, and felt like it was worth talking about on here. So these are, I guess, kind of out of order from what I've listened to, but first one we have here is the album by En Vogue called Funky Divas. I don't know if that's something that we've all heard of, or if we've heard this album, or heard of En Vogue. I think most of us have probably heard of En Vogue. But yeah, I listened to this recently, and it was a good sounding album. You know, this came out in 1992. Kind of had a bit of a 90s sound about it. You know, it's early '90s girl group, but I mean the style that they did was like probably the last leg of good sounding. Probably some of the only good sounding '90s girl group music out there. I would say because it did have some funk to it. Did have some real funk, and it got into hip hop territory, which I was not expecting at all. I did not expect the hip hop aspect of it, but that was welcome because I mean that era of hip hop was um, kind of like uh, but yeah, for the most part, good sound, good style. These ladies seem to have vocal talent. Who all was in? Who were all the members of? Oh my goodness! Inverse is finally getting his wish. Trying to look that up, but accidentally clicked how to vote in the U.S. Right. we really need to. We really need to learn how to do that. We really need to ask Google how to vote. And then, if you need to do that, then you probably should not vote. Let's see. Terry Ellis, Don Robinson, Cindy Herron, and Maxine Jones. I've not heard of any of those ladies individually, just only from there. But I think made a good blend, I think. Keep on rocking in the free world. It's only free for the people who know how to be free. You know, for the rest, it's just all what you make of it. But anyway, this album is what else can I say about it? It's 90s girl group hip hop funk. So, next one here is these next couple are actually I have three here that are going to be compilation albums, all compilation albums of one singular person or band, but I do think these count, but this one here is Betty Hutton, the best of the RCA years. I don't know if any of you all have heard of Betty Hutton. I could see how some of you all maybe had not, but Betty Hutton, singer from I think she got her start in the 40s, maybe. Yeah, rose to fame in the 1940s. She was, one of the. She has the sound and style of one of the, all the well-known female singers of the 40s. But she's quite unique in the sense that she went kind of crazy with her performance. Like she definitely wanted to set herself apart. Like a lot of her songs would have these unexpected twists where she would just like start screaming practically. It's actually kind of quite metal for its time, if you want to say that. But yeah, no, she was quite the character. Had her own thing going on, and all of these songs I liked quite a lot. I do definitely recommend you check out this album. I like Betty Hutton, and all these songs quite good. So I definitely recommend this one. You know, good sense of compilation with all these. You know, follows the standpoint that many compilation albums follow, which is, um, you know, the more well-known stuff at first, like Yoko. No, okay. No, you don't. You don't do that. You don't do that there. With anyone for that matter, but well, Betty, them's more than fighting words sometimes. Them's fighting words, but that's like you're bringing your fists to a knife fight. Is what I'm saying. um, no, just listen. Just give it a listen. You know, I this is one I definitely recommend. Go check. Just go check it. Go check it. Anyway. Another compilation album right here is Cole Porter, A Centennial Celebration, and it's 20 tracks by Cole Porter, and all of the most of these are hits. You know, I was about to say, you know, it kind of follows the same, you know, hits first principle on here, but the all I would say most of these are hits on this album. I would say most of them are hits. They got a Kick Out of You, Wunderbar, Easy to Love, Anything Goes, It's the Lovely. All of these were timeless hits, all on this one album. I'd say this is probably the best Cole Porter collection I've come across. Centennial Celebration. This came out. When did this come out? 1991. Pretty good, I would say. You know, it's Cole Porter. We all know Cole Porter. All the songs are great old songs. He definitely knew how to write. So, if you like Cole Porter, I recommend. I do. Let's see. What else here? Next one up here is one of a band that is I had not heard much of at all before, which is the Drovers. The Drovers are a band that formed out of Chicago quite a long time ago, and they've been inactive for quite some time. They seem kind of like such a standard Chicago rock, but if you may see on the back here, you have some of the members playing some unusual rock instruments. I think, but they all are all from Chicago, but they also have a quite prominent Irish style, and that was something I was not expecting at all. And by their sounds, by their sound, you might think that they are from Ireland with the with their sound, with their instruments. They have they've done some their instrumentation is, you know, they've got, you know, guitar based drums, but they've got woodwind as well in here. I think they have violin, fiddle in there, and they are able to replicate a traditional Irish sound from it. Not something that is pulled off that well usually, but this, these guys and this type of music, I could just listen to all day. All day, I could listen to that. Um, but it's just so good. You know, that type of music with that type of melodies, those types of melodies, the Irish influence with the kind of alt rock style in there is always, always quite welcome for me when it's done right. And this is done so right. They are able to really just nail that um, perfect combination. But all in terms of their songs, I don't know how many of these were written by them. There's definitely some. Okay, all songs by Mike Kirkpatrick, who is their guitarist and vocalist. Um, Except some other ones, and also the covers. They've done some covers of, I think, European folk songs. Let's see, because here we go. Guitar, vocals, flute, whistles, and button accordion, bass, fiddle, drums, and bodhran, percussion and drums. Pretty good lineup, I'd say. And if you're able to do it right, you got it golden there. And I don't know how these guys were not getting to be more popular. It's very, very, very underpopular. Very underpopular. But if you like this kind of music, I think you would like this album. This is the only album I've heard by this band, the Drovers. I think this might be their second or third album. So I'd definitely have to go and check out more of them, and if you wanted to, perhaps you could as well. So that one was that. I almost like that music, that style. But was there one? Oh yes, there was one in here. This is Crazy Uncle's case, his CD case. All these from the '90s. So this right here is by the band called Camper Van Beethoven. Camper Van Beethoven. Which is another band that is highly unknown in the public eye. This album, I believe, is called Telephone Free Landslide Victory. By the title there. So these guys are they're kind of I would reckon their style to be in the vein of kind of soft ska, alt punk maybe. I don't want to categorize too much, but they're kind of ska rock, a little bit, but with definitely a garage band type of approach. I think they might have also been out of Chicago, maybe, but yeah, a good enjoyable sound if you like kind of garage ska, with definitely a bit of good bit of late '80s, early '90s humor in there. It was enjoyed by all the skate rat kids back then, but at the same time, this music at the same time parodied those same kids who who was their biggest fan base. So I love that. I really do love that. The the audience being parodied is the biggest audience and the biggest consumer of that. I just love that. But quite good. They actually are quite good musicians. Other than that, and I would recommend checking them out. See if you like that style. I think it would be right up your alley. Nothing too unique, but their musicianship is, um, I think, notable because it is better than is to be expected from that kind of that style and those kind of bands from that era. Um, so yeah, I'd recommend that. I recommend that album. Again, that's the only album I know of them. So uh, I'd have to check some more of them out myself. Anyway, the last album we have here, this one right here, which is for some reason they put all the text in a weird order here. Okay, this is okay. I have to look on the side here. This is what it's called. The Song Is You, Capital sings Jerome Kern. There we go. So this is a collection of Capitol recordings of all the Jerome Kern songs. Jerome Kern, much like Mr. Cole Porter here, great old songwriter of similar style. I don't know if there's much division or debate over who might be better. I've not been invested in anything like that. If something like that exists, but I must say I do prefer Jerome Kern. I prefer Jerome Kern over Cole Porter. I don't know if that's a controversial take or anything, but I just do. If any of you have any preferences on that, or know if there is a division among that topic, please let me know. But this, I might have to say that this might be the best out of all those albums that I've just been talking about. I think I have to say this was the most satisfying out of all of them, and might be because I just really like Jerome Kern's songs and all of his songs that he's written and his songwriting style. Everything about his music. But obviously, this is all done by different people who recorded these songs at Capitol. But very, very nice collection. I think there's not much to be unliked about it. I will say the one gripe I do have about it is because it follows along with the standard quota of what we see every time, status quo of what we see every time with these compilation albums, which greatest hits albums, which they put
the more well-known stuff up at front. They put the more or less the better songs up at front, and then they just kind of as it progresses get more and more into the non-hits. So I really think it should be sporadic, more sporadic than that. Select it in a way that works as an album. Which song should work well following the one previously. That is how I think all the greatest hits should work. That is how a regular album, studio album works. But this these compilation albums should work the same way. I really do think. But anyway, other than that, great compilation of songs. I have not listened to many of these in quite a while, but I really did take a liking to everything about these. The bands that played them, bands are spot on. Songs like Love in Vain, The Way You Look Tonight, those two were my favorite off of these. Love in Vain done by Lena Horne, and The Way You Look Tonight by the Dining Sisters. The Dinning Sisters. Excuse me. Those are definitely my favorites off of this. Pick Yourself Up. The bands and the instrumentation used was really exceptional. Not standard, stock standard, average instrumentation for songs of that era. There was actually some distinctiveness to them. There's one track on there that had electric guitar in there. Slightly surprised to hear. There's some clean electric guitar rhythm strumming in there. Sounded quite good, quite nice, quite appreciated. Worked very well in that setting. The drumming on one of the tracks was, I found, notable because it was not just your kind of background drumming you hear on most of those recordings. There was actually some prominence to it. It had a more more prominent beat in there. They actually, somebody was hitting the snare drum with a stick rather than a brush. Hitting the hi-hat more loudly. So which is not what you hear mostly on a lot of these recordings, but was I like to hear on whatever track that was. I just thought that was cool, hearing the very early example of that drumming. And then The Way You Look Tonight had that vibraphone on there, which fit the song better than any other instrument that could have been on there. That vibraphone that had that tremolo on it. There it was. I thought at first it was some kind of instrument ran through a tremolo effect, like a post-production tremolo effect, but no, it was just the tremolo on the vibraphone itself. The bands on these really knew how to fit the instrumentation, work the instrumentation to these songs quite well, very, very, very well. And so I think these songs are some of the most effective out of all of these albums. Very, very, very effective album. Again, like I said, could have been placed a lot better. The placement could have been much better. But I would have to say best out of all of these. Highly recommend you check these out. Over all of them. If you're going to check out just one of them,
That one right there. Uh, the song is you. Capital sings drum current. Want to write that down? Go ahead. But yeah, those are all the albums here. I had one right here that I thought I should do a little review on, but this is actually a custom-made CD, 2-disc album that somebody my mother knew made of a tape recording of Dave Matthews live at Luther College. I don't know when that was from, but I tried listening to it. I did not even get through the first disc. Dave Matthews, not exactly my thing. Not bad. I don't think Dave Matthews is bad. I do like that style. But I kind of felt like it started getting a bit monotonous. I felt like the guy could enunciate a bit more. So there was that to be desired. Other than that, okay. Maybe I should finish up listening to the rest of it, but not one of my top priorities. Not the biggest fan. Maybe I should look into his more more of his works in order. See what he is most well known for, and why he's liked. But yeah, that live album did not give the best presentation, I guess. But again, that was just a live concert that somebody made, so maybe I have to check out the more official stuff. I say more official. That wasn't official at all. Some guy just taped that and put it on CDs. He was even allowed to do that? Is he even allowed to do that? Who knows? Anyway, good quality though. Surprisingly good quality for a tape recording at a random concert. Anyway, so that is that for my album review, and that actually will be that for this stream. I would say this has been a good stream, I think. Got the all new, everything we've been doing here is all new, the cooking inside, doing a Gordon Ramsay recipe, doing something off the grill for once, and then doing the movie review and the album review, and then of course the dessert review. Oh, Hook, are you still here? Are you still here, Hook? I think we reviewed a dessert that we needed your opinion on as well. Surprisingly enough, wouldn't think we would have to call on you for a dessert review ever. But how many we still got with us here? 3. I'm about sure I think it is safe to say that 1 out of those 3 is Stick Spell. If you want to pop your head up for the last time here, Stick Spell, now's your time. Now is the time. Here, get it on the background. Oh yeah, here. So while you're still here, right before we end the stream, hold on. We needed your opinion on this dessert that I was reviewing earlier, which are the Topkus mini Choco Teats. We needed to know what you thought of the chocolate teats. They're chocolate covering a marshmallow over a little wafer waffle at the bottom. They're all chocolatey on the outside, with some white cream on the inside. Oh man, yeah, yeah. No, you should try them. Try them sometime. But I don't know if you might be disappointed or not to hear that I actually ended up preferring the white ones, the white teats, over the darker ones, over the real chocolate ones. I don't know what that's supposed to say about me, but I'll let you all be the judge of that. Still here? Well, that ain't nothing to be sad about, Steakswell. You know, we all got each other. We all got each other here. And the stream ain't over yet. So we still had to revive the discussion of the Choco Teats. And I wonder if that's going to be a running joke or not in this community. Or if that's just going to be forgotten by all. Anyway. Yeah, but Hook, while you're still here, next time we voice chat, I'd like to be discussing at least one of these that we were reviewing, at least one of these albums, at least one. But if any, this one. Song is You, capital, saying is Jerome Kern. That is what we're discussing next time. And how does this keep happening to my shoelace? Why does it keep going up there? Yeah, Casey and Sticksbill, you have not seen each other in quite a while, haven't you? Oh. Good to see you back with each other. But on that good note, that very good note, we are going to be ending it here. Going to be ending it all. But only until next time, which I know I skipped out on the stream 2 weeks ago. And I did stream last weekend. Yeah, although this stream I did say I wanted to pull up some footage here from over the weekend, last weekend, but that'll just have to wait till next time, because we're going to be in here and hopefully not missing out like we did 2 weeks ago, because that was 2 weeks ago, but it still is weighing me down a bit. Still has an effect on me somehow. But that'll be it. That'll be it for now. Till next time. Till next weekend. Ain't sure what we'll be doing. Hopefully we'll be pulling up that footage and being able to show all of it. Next time I'll make a point to do that. Probably going to be having some more album reviews. Perhaps movie review if I see any new ones. But other than that, who knows? Wait, hold on. I think I might be able to stream next weekend. I think. Because I am going on a field trip. Next weekend, so I should be back in time to stream on Sunday. I know I will not be doing it on Saturday. So, on Sunday I might be able to, I think. Hopefully, but on whatever the next stream is, gonna be showing some fall footage, some good autumn footage, and more album reviews, movie reviews if we are able to see any more, and perhaps some dessert reviews if we come by any more new desserts. Hi. Hi, Asian teacher. Yes, we see you. No, I've not banned you. One of the only streamers who has not banned you. So, yeah, we know. We see you. You're here. And you've arrived just at the very end. So, with the arrival of the Asian teacher, it's gonna be my derival out here. Anyway, thank you for all for coming here and sticking by this, supporting me in my match against Gordon Ramsay. Will we be having more of that? Who knows? All down to the suggestions of all of you. Keep that in mind. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Good seeing you all as always. Good always to have you all as fans here or as viewers, however you want to think of yourself. Yes, but that'll be it. As always, don't follow too close. Keep the faith and don't take any wooden nickels.